Hello,
Hello,
we
we
are
are
horror
horror
hecklers,
hecklers.
and welcome to our home.
Glad you could join us.
We like to watch clips from great old horror movies.
And we comment on what we see.
Usually we're funny, sometimes we're informative.
Sometimes we just point out what should be common sense,
Each episode is named after a survival advice we learned from watching the horror movie.
which may come in handy for people who find themselves in the same situation.
So sit back and relax.
And let the show begin.
We are watching the original 1973 movie Horror Express.
Starring Christopher Lee, Peter Cushing, and Telly Savalas.
It's about an English anthropologist who discovers a frozen prehistoric creature and transports it to Europe on a train.
And what happens when the creature returns to life after 2 million years of hibernation,
The horror movie survival advice is stay with a group.
which makes sense by the end of this episode.
Looks like that frozen caveman recently found in the Himalayas.
Swedish and Swiss people are always finding frozen cavemen.
Anyways, they found one and the photo looks exactly like this prehistoric popsicle.
Yes, I know, from a tribe dating back 2 million years ago.
Maybe all cavemen look alike.
You're a caveman bigot.
By the way, if these indigenous people actually found the caveman and just shows the scientists where it is, can the scientists still say he was the one who discovered it?
Oh yes, it's the white man way.
They already have him in locks and chains.
Apparently they didn't trust him from the very beginning.
Christopher Lee must be very, very tall.
Or maybe everyone he acts with is 4'10".
Yes, sir. How do you do? Miss Jones has been assisting me. Bacteriology. Excellent technician.
For a woman, he means.
That's condescending.
I think she slammed him.
Stay with the group.
And in Britain, we call it bribery and corruption. Now, sir, excuse me.
So bullying is better than bribery.
Apparently so.
He reminds me of Grigory Rasputin.
The mystic for the last monarch of Russia.
What is a fossil? A stone.
Technically, a fossil is the remains of a prehistoric organism preserved in petrified form.
It can also be an impression or a trace of an organism left in a rock from a past geological age.
The cross is meant to show what is evil and what is sanctified.
Sanctify is a Greek word meaning holiness or separation.
Oh no, he's already talking.
Can you hear me now?
The creature still looks frozen to me.
That's how I check my hot pockets to see if it's done when I take them out of the microwave.
You should cook one at a time, they'll heat up better.
I can't help it. I'm lazy and impatient at the same time.
Drive safely, especially on a train.
There are more accidents now than there were then.
Alinka's afraid of something. What do you have?
Listen to your dog. They can always sense danger.
Good additional horror movie advice.
And maybe the dog could warn everyone better if that witch would stop pinching him.
Where's people for the ethical treatment of animals when you need them?
People who play chess have a significantly different than average brain.
More activity in their frontal cortices, areas of the brain that focus on problem solving and recognition. We Googled it.
Hypnosis, yoga. These mystics can be very convincing.
Yoga? What does yoga have to do with trickery?
Maybe it just sounds like something snake charmers use.
I'd be very grateful.
Not that grateful.
A nickel can only buy so much.
I bet she would be grateful.
Nothing like a menage a trois.
Is that a non-smoking room?
Apparently not.
That tune he is whistling is very haunting.
Music and horror movies create an atmosphere of suspense.
Look how smart this creature is. Not bad for being out of it for 2 million years.
He has delicate but strong hands.
That's a ridiculous pillow for a dog. I'm surprised she doesn't dress him in an outfit.
Doesn't make up for the times she pinched him.
I forbid you to talk this way.
You forbid?
Forgive me, Your Excellency.
He has no problem forbidding a woman.
But he backs down to another man.
Fortunately, he was interrupted.
Yes. By whom?
Being nosy.
It may just save your life.
What was in there?
I told you, a fossil, part ape, part man.
I've noticed that a lot of old horror movies have apes or half-apes as monsters.
Perhaps because they are closely related to humans, so it's a way of saying that humanity is truly the monster.
Boiled egg eyes.
Surrounded by blood,
Look at the gold ring on the little girl's hand.
like two children pretending to be an old married couple.
Stay with the group. And turn on the lights.
Never be alone in the dark.
Lock your doors.
After you shut it, of course.
Yuck. Boiled fish.
Head, tail, guts, and all.
Miss Jones, I shall need your assistance.
Yes, well, at your age, I'm not surprised.
Was she hinting at a menage a trois?
A hoochie mama in disguise.
I see you have decided to dine alone, Sir Alexander.
Stay with the group.
If the theory of evolution is confirmed, if the science of biology is revolutionized, if the very origin of man is determined.
I know people who completely dismiss evolution.
They believe life as we know it is less than 10,000 years old.
It's a fact. And there's no morality in a fact.
I don't think I agree with him. There are moral facts. Facts are what's true. Morality is what's right and wrong. It's possible to reason what's right and wrong. How else do we grow as individuals?
Some people believe that morality is a matter of opinion. There are no absolutes. It's relativism.
Smooth.
And dry, too.
Kind of bouncy.
And lock the doors.
Maybe they feel safer on a train than they should.
Stay with the group. Stay with the group. He reminds me of the Terminator.
A 2 million year old creature with supernatural powers who can be killed so easily with a gun.
Everybody the creature takes over starts to sway back and forth.
They must get woozy.
It belonged to Count Petrovsky.
How do you know?
I saw him put it in the safe.
No, he didn't. The Countess gave it to the baggage man.
Very observant of you.
I know a flame that goes out is supposed to be a sign of something.
A stronger opposing force has put an end to it.
Trust your instincts.
A woman knows when she's being followed.
She must be smarter than I am because I would not have figured it out from what she saw.
Me either.
What did the monk do to his finger?
What didn't he do with his finger?
You know it?
No.
Mr. Smartypants doesn't like to admit he doesn't know everything.
We used a double negative.
That's what happens when the lights go out.
Someone disappears.
Don't drink.
There's no shame in getting help.
I look in the baggage car.
Right.
Stay with the group.
If it is, who killed Miss Jones?
There's your sign.
He's too smart to get it.
Stay with the group. Well, that didn't work.
But it did add up to a minute of movie time.
Inspector, I suggest you tell all these people to stay together, in groups or in pairs.
The scientist finally heard the horror movie survival advice we have been repeating.
Yeah, but he took his good old sweet time about it.
And a hoochie mama not in disguise.
Oh, don't be judgmental.
Don't smoke.
It's bad for hair growth.
Stay with a group. Preferably be with more than just one person who's sleeping.
The whole idea is to have safety in numbers.
Stay with a group. Someone doesn't follow his own advice.
Actually, I consider it our advice.
And watch your back.
That's a horror movie survival advice basic.
I can't believe he doesn't follow the advice he gave to others.
The best advice I've ever received came from people who didn't follow it themselves.
The Tsar will hear of this. I'll have you sent to Siberia.
He's going to need a hat. It's very cold in Siberia.
That's just a myth that we lose most of our body heat through our heads.
Are you a countess?
I'm an American, and I'm not accustomed to being bullied by foreigners.
Absolutely. Americans are the ones who bully foreigners.
Land of the free, home of the brave.
He has the evil eye.
The evil eye was first recorded by the Mesopotamians about 5,000 years ago on clay tablets.
It's a curse cast by an evil glare that causes misfortune, bad luck, or injury. We Googled it.
Cool, huh?
The cat o' nine tails is a whip that originated as an implement for severe physical punishment.
First used notably in the United Kingdom.
It needs the dark to kill.
Like all villains.
It was a pretty weak throw of the knife.
It ended up going halfway through his back.
Maybe the alien is a little mushy.
It's stereotypical, but I do find that to be true.
Stay with the group. The alien finally took over the monk.
Yeah, but he took his good old sweet time about it.
He used up some more time in this movie.
They could have just made it shorter.
There goes the whole safety in numbers theory.
Okay, there's safety in numbers as long as the lights are on.
Interesting ring, by the way.
Very observant of you.
Turn on the lights.
Even more additional horror movie survival advice.
I just knew Christopher Lee wouldn't let the alien kill the attractive woman.
And I guess everyone else can just die.
I was left behind.
That's a little sad. An alien left behind.
Just like E.T., except he kills people.
Accident. I survived in protozoans. Fish.
Did you know the sturgeon is a fish that has lived since the early Jurassic period and still exists today despite being endangered?
That's because some jerky rich people have them overfished to make their disgusting overpriced caviar.
I'm really getting lost in this movie. A prehistoric creature who is an evil monster who is now a space alien.
This movie takes more turns than a West Virginia road.
Wait!
Just because an alien creature tells you to wait, that doesn't mean you have to listen to it.
Well, he is British. They're known for being polite.
I guess this is extra movie filler.
He sure is taking his good old sweet time about it.
And now has turned into a zombie film.
Just another twist on that West Virginia road.
Like World War Z.
But no Brad Pitt.
They're not the George Romero, I'm gonna eat you kind of zombies.
They're old ones who move slow and do what their master wants them to do.
Fortunately, they seem to be blind.
I suppose it's not nice to be grateful zombies have a disability.
A sword is a good self-defense weapon.
As long as he is prepared to use it.
Snap out of it. Women need to be very strong in a crisis.
That needs to be a horror movie survival advice basic.
Run fast.
Even in a dress.
Stay with the group. The unsung hero in this movie.
We don't even see his identity.
And the train with all the people stopped just in time.
As it often happens in movies with happy endings.
So it's good they listened to our advice and decided to stay with the group.
I like to think we helped the people on the train survive this war movie.
That's the end of our show.
We hope you enjoyed spending time with us.
If you want to see the entire Horror Express movie, be sure to visit Reflecting Moon channel on YouTube.
Because it is just amazing.
We are Horror Hecklers. Be sure to come back and visit us.
Goodbye. Rated by
Reflecting Moon
Production
Production Company.